Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join me for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers!
Dungeon Crawlers.
Oh, yeah.
Brat.
Nope.
Skibbity-bop-bop.
Nope.
Boom.
Toom toom.
Anyways,
You done
It's
now.
Wednesday. My
You're done
dudes.
now.
it is
Whoa.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So, as we make our way into tonight, the group emerging from the labyrinth immediately discovers that the world that they now know is flipped upside down. As a giant, colossal creature, island, something makes its way across the landscape, holding a citadel atop this island, moving island. Upon making their way out of Canby into the fields and road and landscape and hills, you guys embed yourself down close to where Thane's house is. Not quite sure whether or not you want to make your way into this house. There seems to be torches around the building, but no lights actually seem to be on inside. As you make camp, you begin to rest through the night when you hear scuffling and noises. As you guys emerge from the tent, Freya notices that a cloaked individual is hovering over Alyssa, who seems to be bound and gagged. And as you immediately begin to fire arrows, the individual, hands up, strikes, plunging the dagger deep into Alyssa. At this point, her body just seems to begin to unravel.
Were you about to say dagging the plunger?
Yeah, I'm my mouth and my brain went two totally different directions, and I had to catch them and go, stop that. None of that. Slow down. None of that. But as you begin to sit next to her, as her body unravels, as this individual, cloaked, stands up, hands just backing away, you begin to have your last moments with Alyssa as she goes from this stern, mature, almost unemotional creature that you've come to know her in these past, 2 weeks-ish, from the animalistic behaviors that she was before, to a child, as she begins to sob and cry and apologize. The emotions raw, she fades to sand. Angered and disgruntled, the party turns on the hooded figure, only to discover that Caitlin is the individual that has committed this crime, this atrocity. Not quite the Caitlin that you remember. A little older, a little more gaunt, tired looking. But overall, Caitlin. Some not so rushed to meet him. Others a little more excited. You begin to discuss the whereabouts and the time that Kalen has been gone, only to discover he seems to have made another pact of some sign. You discover that he is now no longer a holy man, devoid of his light. He seems to be, as he would call it, a warlock. But you're unsure of what kind or how or what. More discussions are had as the party kind of separates in two different groups. Talking amongst yourselves, Kaz begins to play with a puzzle box that you guys had found a while back. With a bunch of very, very high checks, you were able to unravel the box. And in doing so, you were plucked from this world and sat somewhere else. where you find yourself in a triangular room with 3 sides. These 3 sides, 3 different looking doors. One opened to a large, expansive, dark atmosphere, stars and clouds as far as the eye can see. Assuming you notice it looks to be a lot like the astral sea. You open one of the other doors, and immediate extreme temperatured cold blasts your face. And just mountains and snow as far as the eye can see. The third door you open, muggy and chirping and crickets and birds and noises. An expansive jungle. As you make your decision, the group steps through the door into this almost jungle-type atmosphere. The door closes behind you and locks. And as you stand there and look around, we leave off with Kaelin, Freya, and Kaz standing in this jungle-type atmosphere. Whereas Olwyn and Morn, you're standing around in this field holding this now spear that used to be all these different shapes as you watched your party members just and along like a little popping noise disappear. What are you doing?
Yeah, once we saw the box return to normal, I know I gave Alwyn just a bit of a concerned look. What does this mean? That doesn't look good. But I think we agreed to just wait for a bit longer.
Yeah. No one thought they would most likely be alright. We just have to be patient.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, you're breaking up really bad.
Yeah, sorry.
You pooping?
I was.
Jesus.
What? I gotta go.
Fair enough.
There we go.
You back?
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm talking.
I'm like, Jens, can I look around and see if anybody... Have we seen anybody in the last, since we got here to this spot? Has anything around us changed?
Make a perception check. Okay. I mean, the landscape has definitely changed, from this giant creature dragging its feet across the landscape. The town in the distance is on fire. Parts of it, not the entire town. Nothing else is new that you noticed other than the almost like torches in a half moon around Thane's house. The lights aren't they don't look like they're on, but you're not entirely positive.
Can I see the town from here, from where we're at?
Just barely. You see the smoke and the fire in the distance.
I'll just look at I'm gonna look at Elwyn and just be like, "Oh, screw it! What are we doing? What am I doing?" And I'm gonna immediately grab the box, throw it in a pocket. Be like, "We need to help them while we can." And I'm gonna take off at a run toward the town.
Okay.
He's right. I'll follow. Grabbing up the rest of my gear.
Okay, so you two immediately take off as you follow Morn's kind of aura outlook. You follow him towards wherever he's running to.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much as soon as he like gets up and says that and starts moving away, I'll kind of jump into action as well. Because he's right. We need to do something. We can't just sit on our asses.
Yeah, I feel like both of us are just kind of like waking up from a stupor almost.
Yeah. The morning's events have been pretty shocking. So, can you blame us? But yeah, anyway. We're fucking going. We gotta do something.
You guys immediately take off towards the town.
Um, I mean, obviously you can decide what happens, but in Morn's mind, he's kind of just trying to almost clear his mind. Like, he's not trying to be like a hero here trying to save this town. He's just trying to do something good, almost like he's living the normal life he had before, where he might be putting a fire out with a bucket, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
There's
something
people
something simple. Yeah,
people are in trouble when you gotta do something.
this isn't a save the world. This is a be a decent person type thing.
I think we're on the same wavelength, my friend. We kind of sit
And
idly
where
by.
did you? You said you put that. You said you put the puzzle box in your bag of holding.
Not my bag of
Or
holding.
your
I
pack.
don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I just have
Yeah,
I
Kaz
have
is
like
the
a
one with the bag of holding.
yeah
Okay.
So like you
Nope,
put
nope,
it,
that's-
put
I
it in
just
like a
curious.
pocket.
yeah.
In a side satchel or something.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys immediately take off towards the town, trying to help in whatever way you guys can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you've still got that sword we got from the Baron, haven't you? As we're running.
Yeah, the dagger.
No, the bigger one. The one that hums. The sword, not the dagger.
Uh,
I thought you were the one that had it, weren't you?
I have the spear that Kaz gave me,
He has the
But-
weapon that isn't it the
And the axe.
and I have a couple of axes.
I would say I think the dagger's the one that changes. It was a
Yeah.
sword and it became a spear or something like that.
It was
No?
a dagger,
okay.
and then
was
it became a
dagger.
spear.
Dagger that
But then there's the
becomes-
sword
Ah, gotcha.
as well.
I don't have the sword.
He
Who
got
has
the
it?
spear.
I have
Which
have the dagger that can become a spear if you, depending on how you think of it. Right now, it's in the dagger form. On my side.
Yep. The sword was handed to someone else.
I think. Well, I had it in my hands at one point, but it's not. I don't have it.
Nope.
Shit.
If I remember correctly, the last person to have it was Kaz.
Too, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Never
I was like,
mind.
I'm gonna see if he's gonna just let him have it. I think that I had it. Yeah.
Yep. You were handed it. I'm almost positive.
This
What up?
whole time I thought Morn had it.
No, I don't have a sword. You
Never mind.
can't smash someone's head in with a sword.
Well, you can't smash that person's head in with a dagger either.
No. I don't plan
I've
on using
never-
it like that though.
Never mind. I couldn't remember who had it. We'll work that out later when the others are back.
I hopefully they come back. But
They will. We just gotta trust them.
I agree.
In the meantime, let's hop to it.
So, as you guys take off running towards the town, Kaz, Kalen, and Freya. The air is thick, muggy, and just overall nasty. As you guys kind of like make your way through the brush almost sticks to you because of the amount of sweat and just water in the air.
The humidity, the mugginess.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
incredibly thick.
Thick, bruh.
It's boundary waters in the summer.
Oh,
Thickness.
that's the worst.
Yeah,
you ain't wrong.
that's a sweaty mosquito-bitten mess if I've ever seen one.
You can't cool off because you sweat and it doesn't effervesce because it's too moist in the air.
Exactly.
I
Ugh.
hate it. So I believe where we had left off here, I had flown up and seen there was like an interesting waterfall. Everything just, it was like trees and whatnot as far as I could see, but there was like a waterfall. And we were heading in the direction of that. So I imagine we're just kind of clawing through the brush, making our way in that direction. And I think you said it was like 1,000 feet or something?
Roughly-ish.
Okay.
So what is your formation?
I'm leading the way.
Okay. Make a survival check. Because the
Been a while
brush is
since we've done one of
incredibly
those.
thick.
I haven't done a survival check in ages.
Okay. The brush is incredibly thick. Something about the environment is it's just throwing everything off, and you're having a hard time gaining your bearings. Okay.
This environment is awful. I don't even think when we were in the swamp it was this humid.
The bugs, like every time as you talk, like it's one of those situations like as you're talking and you're like, oh, this environment really sucks, and like mosquitoes are just like, and you're just like slapping them off, and you can feel them like every once in a while like want to get you on your neck or on your leg or on your like your shoulder or your like the middle of your back.
Oh,
All you guys, and it's just miserable.
fucking terrible.
I will just continue moving in the direction that I recall
You-
seeing that.
That you think is the
Yeah,
direction.
that I think.
Yep. Okay.
If I really feel like I'm off track, I'll fly back up because I think those boots. Was it an hour, Kaz?
It's 4 hours total, but you use them like in 1 minute increments. So,
Okay. Yeah.
but like if you fly up for 40 seconds, it just takes a minute off, and you regain that amount overnight.
Okay. Okay. So I have plenty of flight left then if I need it.
Yeah, you get 4 hours total like per day. I think it fully recharges at dawn.
Get it. Okay. Yep. So I'll just keep trudging forward. If I get to a point where I feel like we've walked 1,000 feet and I don't see the waterfall, I'm gonna fly up. But also, I would like to be trying to listen. I imagine there's lots of sounds. Being that it's a
Ton of
jungle,
sounds.
yeah. But
So,
if I can
two
like
things
make out
then.
a waterfall.
Okay, so then two things. One, roll a perception check, and two, roll another survival check as you're trying to make your way along. Okay.
Ew.
Okay. So you do hear the slight humming and like the noise of a waterfall in a distance. But you can't tell what direction because the birds and the noises and splashing of water and moving of brush from animals and God knows whatever else. You're just having a hell of a time getting anywhere. And roll a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So, as you're walking along, and Freya is like, I think, and like she's like slapping bugs, and she's like doing that thing where like the mosquitoes are almost in the face, and you're like slapping in front of it, so you're kind of doing like that, closing your eyes and like not paying attention. And she like turns to talk to you guys, and as she does, Kaylin and and Kaz, you guys watch as she steps forward, and as she does in about a 5x5 radius in a large circle, you watch as all of a sudden teeth emerge from the ground and just around Freya.
Are we talking like a massive Venus flytrap kind of thing?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say, are they like, when you say teeth, do you mean bones or like thorns?
It kind of looks like barbs. It looks like a giant Venus flytrap for those of you that are kind of curious. So, you take 6 points of piercing damage. You take 3 points of acid damage. And you are restrained. As you are being digested alive.
Oh, lovely. I love being digested alive. Am I like fully enclosed in this, or is it like
Oh no. Whole thing. Just like
so you can't even see me? I'm
No.
just complete. Oh, nice.
You,
Okay.
you guys see the outline of Freya.
Fuck this place.
What are you guys doing?
I don't necessarily want to burn it. That feels dangerous. I guess, can I run up to the plant and chill touch the plant?
You want to. You take another
Hold
2
on.
points of acid damage as you are still being slowly digested.
Oh, that's not touch. That's strange. Yeah, I'll do that because it's necromancy, and I feel like that will work well for plants.
Uh-oh.
So I'll try to hit it like at the base, like not where I see Freya's outline. Assuming the 27 hits.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 16 necrotic damage.
See if I can hold on. Nope. As you make the touch and the plant violently reacts and it just quickly opens up, and then like it opens up and then just kind of like shoots itself down into the ground, where you guys only see like the tips of it, almost like it just retreated into the ground. And just standing there is a semi-digested Freya, just covered in like green oozy like goop, and like the goop is kind of like sizzling on her, like it's corrosive.
I'm gonna have the most unenthusiastic look on my face, staring back at them. Great. Even the plants want to eat us here.
Can I just try to mage hand the gunk away off of her?
Just like Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's
Roll
acid.
just roll a like an Arcana. Just roll a straight Arcana. I want to see how well you do. Okay, you're able to get a little bit. Like you're kind of like the bigger portions. You're just like flicking. And you're kind of like grabbing it and it like oozes through the fingers because it's like it's not really a hand. So you're kind of like mucking it away. You're doing that thing where like you grab it and it like pulls a little bit, but it just kind of like stays, and you're just like, yeah, I got it, I got it, I got it.
I was really tempted to use horrid wilting on it, just because it's new. But I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do
Horrid
that.
wilting.
It's a big
Yeah.
boy move. That's a big boy move.
Yeah. I think they call that killing a fruit fly with a bazooka.
Something like that. 2 bazookas.
Yeah.
Overkill.
So, Freya, you're covered in gunk. The mosquitoes are seeming to stay away a little bit right now. But you do slightly hear the fall of like water, like rushing water.
Can I tell the direction?
Jesus
Still
Christ.
really hard.
Well, let me.
Roll another survival check for me if you're gonna try and discertain that direction again.
Finally.
Ascertain.
This time, ascertain. Shut your mouth.
You're doing it again.
I know. My brain is fried. It's jello. There's gonna be a lot of corrections tonight. I can feel it. It's just absolute mush.
Just keeping you honest, buddy.
Get me. Hey, Frosty, and Morn and Kaz are like my rule book guys for when I stray, and then Freya's just here for the story, and then you're here for my fucking vocabulary. So it is what it is. I just accept it all. I love all y'all. Fuck y'all.
Hey, I'm just here for the story.
I mean, I still remember. Sorry, stream. But like, I was gonna go off on a wild. Like this one, it doesn't peeve me. It's just fucking funny because it's one that'll forever stick in my brain. I believe it was like session 30 or 40 or something like that. Is when Caleb was still alive, and I said something. I can't remember what the fuck I said, and I was looking at the wrong page of my notes. And fucking Frosty was like, according to my notes, you said that blah 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 of this blah blah town was actually looking for this, correct? And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Get wrecked.
I'm just gonna go back to reading this opposite page over here. But this time, kind of peeved off. You wash yourself in a little bit of the swamp water around you to get this whatever this goop is off of you. In between the sound of the falling waterfall, it just kind of being pissed off, a little bit of that anger is kind of ADHD focused you, and you're able to actually listen beyond the external noises that are this swamp. Also, with a survival check that high, you do notice another thing. As you are washing yourself in this like swamp water, you do notice footprints.
Oh.
They are not human. They are almost... what's the word I'm looking for? Not bipedal, because bipedal means you're standing on 2 legs.
Bipedal.
They have
Quadrupedal?
like 3 feet or toes. Like it's a foot, but it has like 3 toes.
So
And
it's
it's
a
not
dinosaur.
just it's not 3 toes. It's like 1 toe and then like almost like a webbing that connects, toe, webbing that connects, and toe.
Oh. So a very odd footprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you are able to figure out the direction that you need to go in kind of a northwest direction.
Does it look like those prints are heading in or from that direction?
They look like they're going in kind of all directions.
Oh. I'm going to point it out to Kaz and Kaylin. You might want to be on the lookout for whatever made these. Unless it's our friend hiding underground.
If I want to determine like what the footprints would that be like a nature check or like animal handling or investigate
Or
or?
history, maybe?
I would say more along the lines of probably another nature check. Or not nature check, survival. Um, because you're looking to figure out what it is that made that footprint. It's not so much nature, whereas like you're looking to see what's making the tree wilt.
I've got a +1 to basically all those things I named. I'll just, all right, yeah, that's a 4.
It's a foot. It's a footprint.
Gee, Freya, are
But
you
not
sure that's a
the,
footprint?
it's a non-human. Is that Morn's foot?
Oh, Mord! Mord, are you here?
Whoa! Hold on, Morn.
No dice. It's like average.
It's a goofy looking footprint, Galen. You're not quite sure what the fuck it is, but it's something is off.
Yeah, that's not it either. I was rolling for someone.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, it sounds like we're close to that waterfall. Hopefully we don't encounter whatever it is. And then I'll keep moving in the direction that it sounds like the water's coming from.
Okay. Also, all of you guys roll perception checks.
Oh, Kaz.
Okay.
Oh man, I looked at yours and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I got an 18."
Freya and Kalen, you guys notice a couple of things. One, the water moves in a southeastern direction. But the weird thing is on the opposite side as you cross the river, or this little like waterway, about halfway through the water goes in the opposite direction, which makes no sense.
The heck?
Another thing, when Kaz casted his spell, and all of the trees around you, these little bugs seemed to flutter and kind of make their way closer, and they started hovering and then stopped, and then fluttered back up.
I'm just gonna be leery and kind of confused, but continue moving forward.
Okay.
Just assuming that it's this weird puzzle box we're in, that shit is a little bit off here.
Okay. So after about what you feel is like probably 30 minutes or so, closer to an hour. Um right?
1,000 feet? We're traveling 1,000 feet!
Yeah.
An hour?
Super incredibly dense like underbrush.
Into the
Like
into the fucking thick of it.
yeah. And then some. This
Alright.
is not no traveled road. You guys are crawling through picking leeches off of your asses as you go. You come to a little bit of an open clearing, and in the open clearing you see almost like a like a like a little wooden bridge that goes out across this little pond, and then to the right or to the left is a giant waterfall that comes down and hits the water. And then this broken almost wood planks go across the way.
Well, there's the waterfall. And it looks like that bridge is our mode of getting across here. And I don't know if I trust that. I'm going to... knowing that I have basically flight boots engaged. I'm going to attempt walking on the bridge to see if it gives at all as I'm walking on it. If it does, I'll immediately engage flight.
So you're going to fly across this little pond?
No. I'm going to walk across the bridge.
Oh, okay. It's not even like a bridge. It's almost like just like a wooden walk, like a plank, almost like a dock, except for like one person.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to go over to the waterfall. So do I have to like
Okay.
cross through water then, or wade through water? There's not really like
Yeah.
a way across.
Yeah, I mean it's a little ways away. So you're gonna go out to this little island and then you're gonna take a left into like the water and like walk towards the waterfall then?
Yeah, I'll go to the little island thing first, see if there's anything noteworthy there. If there's not an easy way across, I'll just fly.
Okay. I mean there's water.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the water. I'll just fly over it
Okay.
and get a lay of the land on the island.
It's just like a tiny little island.
So nothing. It's just an island. So then with that, I want to go to the waterfall and see if there's anything hidden behind it, or I don't know, anything.
The waterfall has pretty force, like the water is pretty forceful. So you're going to try and go through the waterfall to look on the other side, correct?
Yeah, so obviously with the point in which it's crashing down is going to be the most turbulent, so I'm going to fly up a little bit to kind of get close to it and then see if I can move around or see behind it at all.
Okay. So roll a strength check as you try to push your way through the waterfall.
Oh, you had to say strength, didn't you?
Okay. As you go to fly through, the waterfall actually pushes you down quite a ways, and you do dip kind of into the water, like you almost like your feet go in the water for a second, and you try to push yourself back up and out of the water. But you do make your way through.
Okay.
So you're on the other side of this waterfall, so you can kind of see like the underside of it,
Yeah.
per se.
Is there anything behind it aside from just the cliff it's coming off of?
Make a perception check. Actually, all of you guys make a perception check again. So I'm assuming Kaylin and
okay.
Kaz, you guys are just sitting out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freya, you begin to kind of fly up and down. And you notice a ledge about halfway up the waterfall. And on the ledge, you notice a doorway. A golden door.
Perfect. I'm going to shoot myself out of the waterfall so I can get through it really quickly so it doesn't like pull me down again.
So
I was like,
before
oh my
that-
god, did she just quit the game? Fucking shoot myself
Shoot
in
myself.
the head.
Make them figure out what's going on.
You guys deal with this.
I gotta do what? Jim?
So what you notice coming out of the waterfall as you glide out, two things. One, as Kaylin and boop, 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 boop. As Kaylin and Kaz, thank you. Are you guys? Did you guys make your way out to the tiny little island, or are you guys just kind of standing in the shoreline?
I would probably go out to the island since that's where Freya went and then went to the waterfall. I imagine I'd be out there.
Yeah.
What you notice is three shadowy shapes on the water behind them, or one behind them and two coming in from the sides of the island, and they're swimming under the water towards Kaylin and Kaz. And two, what you didn't notice before, and hadn't really made too much of a difference, but it seems like when you booped the water and then went up, you caused a ripple. And in the ripple awoke something. And as you come out of the waterfall, waiting deep below the water is a giant red something. And as it does, please place your characters where it goes. So, where the big red frog is where you're going to be, Freya. Directly above it.
Guess like my frog noises.
Imagine that brush is not there, by the way. Yes.
That's a pretty good toad noise. These snake people?
No. I just didn't have the thing that
Ah,
I
I see.
wanted.
All right. Fair
but
enough.
as you emerge from the waterfall and you look out and you go to yell, a giant toad comes from the water from below you, and you just see a mouth open up as you're hovering directly above it, and a tongue shoots directly up at you.
If I get eaten again, I swear to God.
Ray is a tasty elf.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
So you take
17 billion damage. Oof. Sorry, roll new character.
11 blunt
11
damage.
fast
11
damage.
damage. You take
Wait, I took 11 bludgeoning, you
yes.
said? Okay.
Yes. You take 4 acid damage. And then roll a strength saving throw.
What a terrible turn of events.
Yep. Real quick.
Freya.
I forgot to take restrained off, so ignore this.
Oh, from the plant, yeah.
Okay.
You might leave it on.
Oh, good point. Yeah, go ahead.
You are currently grappled, and the tongue is pulling you back in. As it is now pulling Freya, you watch as it's pulling her towards the mouth.
While that's happening, I'm still gonna be shouting out to them, as I would have been doing when I initially came out. And seeing that, I would have shouted heads up and pointed at the direction of the things in the water.
Yeah. At that point, it's already too late. So, the first one is going to sneak here-ish. Nah. As the first one's going to pop out of the water at Kaz, and is going to fire.
Ribbit.
Natural 1. As the first one pops out of the water, Kaz, and at the last second you look out of the corner of your eye, and a frog, like a frog person, just bops out of the water, and with a God damn it, I can't fucking think what it is in the top of my head.
Blowgun?
Thank you. Jesus, it is really bad today. A blowgun, and just fires in your general direction, and at the last second you're just able to kind of like staff up, and it catches into the staff, and you look at this like long elongated like dart slash like thorn sticking out of your staff. This one right here is going to fire at Kaylin.
Sorry, Mimir.
14.
No.
Yeah. So the second one fires, and you hear a whisper, behind you. And you kind of turn and then like a nick of time and just like catch it with like the tip of your fingers. And you're like, what the fuck? And you kind of toss it down.
I didn't need the heads up, but thank you.
And this one is going to fire at Kaylin as well. 17?
No.
No. And the next one fires again. Once again, Watch out.
I got it. I got it.
On this one, you manage to, you don't even take the blade out. You kind of just like pull it up just a little bit, and it kind of like just hits the blade edge. Okay. Roll initiative. Man, what is going on?
This fuck, boy.
Oh, you tell us. You're the one that knows.
No, I know. I mean, like, my rolls are just ass.
Ah. Well, that I can't help you.
All right. What did you guys get? 18.16, Kaz. Nice.
Just in case you rolled an 18 on anything.
I mean, you got me beat. All right. So there's that. Ooh. Freya gonna be real mad.
Yeah. I just clicked on something. I don't know what the hell I clicked on.
All right. The toad is first. As it latches on and begins to pull you in, Freya. Roll. Trying to think how I want to do this. Roll,
I need to fix the music.
Okay, so roll a strength saving throw again for me, Freya. You're gonna roll against me, okay?
Mama needs a new pair of shoes.
Where is my... There it is. Okay, so only half. So you are pulled in to the mouth, not all the way. You're about half in, half out right now as the tongue has pulled you in, but you're not restrained, but you are grappled. You cannot move anything from the waist down. You kind of are like in the mouth, half out the mouth. So you're like hanging out of the mouth as these two giant like frog lips are just like pressed against your stomach and your back, and you can just feel the tongue, like the pull of the tongue into the mouth as like it's wrapping around your legs and your torso, and it's just pulling on you. And you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're going to take 3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's the toad's turn. Oh, actually, and he is going to start to submerge himself in the water. Because he's already in the water, so he's going to sink down even further.
Lovely.
So Yeah.
Oh God. You're gonna make me do it.
Freya,
Such a
you're up.
bitch.
All right. So I'm gonna say, fuck this. I'm out. And I'm going to bamf myself over to the island that Kaz and Kaylin are on
And how are you going to do that?
with my dimension door.
Okay.
A good move.
Yep, it's not worth it. I'm grappled. It's sinking. I'm gonna waste turns trying to get out. So yeah, I'm gonna use an action to get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. So you managed to bamf to the island, and so now you're standing next to. Place yourself wherever you want.
Okay, and then and then I'm going to bonus action. This is really difficult. Just to try to use logic here. I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, the slithery guy that is to my east that I'm kind of looking at right there.
We're about to click on him right now.
Yeah,
Fuck
clicking on. Okay. Yep.
Intimidate him.
So I'm just going to Hunter's Mark him and unfortunately have to end my turn there.
So, as you cast Dimension Door, and the magic in the area, and you bamf out of the mouth, and you end up next to Kaz and Kaylin, a bunch of bugs come from the tree, and their butts begin to kind of flicker, and they kind of hover in your general direction. And now they're just almost like lightning bugs, like mixed with spiders almost, and they're just kind of floating in the air around you guys.
What the heck? Okay.
Kaz, you're up.
Okay. You know what, man? I'm gonna just head to this dude here. I'll use a bonus action to have my wings appear so I can fly. Sorry, I'm trying to not get right on top of him, but I'll be next to him, and I'm gonna take a two-handed swing at him with my staff.
Okay. So you're gonna make a melee attack?
Jesus Christ, that's not what I wanted. Yes.
Holy hell.
Whoa.
What
Come
the fuck
on.
is this?
Beyond 20. That's
Jesus.
all the. Okay, I'll just roll it manually.
I'm trying to read the whole damn thing.
That's a 29 to hit.
29 hits.
That's not bad. That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And then. So just to be clear, I want to be right next to him, but not in the water, right?
Okay, well, he is a decent ways off the shoreline.
Yeah,
he-
I want to
it's-
fly and be hovering
Okay.
above the water.
Gotcha.
Because I use my bonus action for that. And I'll just kind of get, a little bit above him since he's in the water and just
So
fucking
you guys
swing
watch
on his head with the staff.
So Kaz floats out and just.
Yeah.
And you just watch this frog person, like the head kind of like malleable, fold in and then come back up, and Kaz is just like hovering in the air, staff in hand.
I'm worried if we use too much magic that we'll get
So,
electrocuted or something.
what now? Your fly, is that a spell?
No, it's just a racial feature.
Gotcha.
Is it from your? Because you're able to sprout wings now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, racial feature?
I mean, subclass, a draconic bloodline.
Oh, that's
Just
right.
subclass feature.
Yeah.
Can I get a sense if like 12 damage like really fucked him up, or did he not care about that at all, and that was nothing,
I mean,
or somewhere in between?
you bonked it. It looks pissed.
All right.
That's a no, Kaz.
Yeah. Well,
So he is going to retaliate. Does a 13 hit?
shit's weak.
Bitch.
Ouch. I am rolling like ass and I can't find my die. Yep, and a 7. Where
Come
the
on.
fuck are my physical die? Because
Come on, water boy.
My son probably fucking stole it because I redid my whole man cave and he thought it was funny to steal them. So, yeah, this should be funny. Frog one. Okay, so frog person 3. This guy right here. So he is going to shoot another blow dart at Kaylin. Does a 14 hit?
No.
He's gonna shoot the next one at Freya. Natural 1. I'm done with these.
That's a
Kaylin,
no.
you are up.
I heard
have
a
to find.
mosquito. I heard a mosquito fly
Yep.
by my ear. Didn't
I
really
have
pay
to
no
find
mind.
my physical dice. This D&D Beyond is absolutely cucking me right now. I don't think I've rolled above a frickin' 10 naturally. Kaylin, you are up though.
All right. Keep it simple. I will summon my packed weapon and start to walk towards this one, to the southwest. And I'll give him 2 hits, or at least I'll try to. 28, 18,
Yeah.
30, and 17, so 47 damage.
Felicity, wing
So,
of revolution.
roll a d6 for me and tell me if it's even or odd.
Sure. Odd.
Okay. So, Kaylin, as you unsheath this giant great sword, and those of you that have known Kaylin before, this is really awkward. Like him just like unsheathing this giant great sword. You guys are not used to that. And he just kind of manhandles it, but as he pulls out the sword, you swear to God, for a split second you hear, ah! And the sword
No
comes
fucking
out.
way,
And he charges the frog creature and looks even more irritated than he did before it shot at him.
This is a
and
big
just-
badass sword, and you just can't take it serious.
And he just like angrily, like not like you guys have seen Morn attack stuff and you're like, oh okay, Morn's just fucking shit up. This is like rage. Like he just is like like just heavy swings. It hurts him really bad as you watch this like green bile like spill across the water in 2 directions.
Swing me, daddy.
It's
It's like, oh yeah, kind of thing going on.
You have no idea.
It's a big intimidating sword, and it's like, ah.
sorry, Kaylin.
No, this is exactly what we planned. So
Yep.
Then she hits him with the Yamete. No wait, I
Is
can
that your
do it
turn,
better.
Kevin? Hi, senpai.
uh,
Okay, I got it.
yeah, that'll be all. No bonus actions.
Okay. This one is going to actually run at Freya.
Sword
going
starts
to.
throbbing for his bonus action.
Oh my god. Hell nah, bruh.
I found my physical die. Jesus Christ. Heaven Almighty. Please be nice to me. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Okay, we're gonna go.
You now.
We're gonna go with this one. Okay, we're gonna go pink. Okay. Just like my
Just like your what?
3.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Okay, you're in dice jail. Okay, so that misses. He's going to swing again. We're going with multicolors. 19. Let's go.
That's the winner.
You can stay here. Okay. He is going to attack, and I am not using fucking roll 20, so we're gonna go 4, 8, 9 points of slashing damage. And
Who's attacking? Me?
Yeah.
9 points?
yes, of slashing. And 1 point of necrotic damage. As the sword strikes you, slices across you, and for a second you feel as almost like a piece of you is ripped from you. You're like a portion of your inner self is ripped from you for a split second.
What the fuck?
Identity thieves.
Identity theft is a very serious issue in this country.
Identity theft is not a joke, Ginge.
No.
We've been trying to contact
There
you,
it
but
is.
your car is extended warranty.
All right. So that is the end of that turn. The toad is going to make its way here. And it's actually going to turn towards the flying creature that looks like a fly in the sky.
High in the sky, it's American Pie.
And it is going to bite at you.
I don't know why I just thought like this guy was gonna give us his staff. Like it would just be there for the take. I mean, it's stupid to think that in hindsight. But
Yeah,
that's
a
what I
little bit.
thought.
Little bit. 17 to hit?
No.
No. So as it like lurches itself out of the water to take a bite at you, Kaz, you kind of just manage to like do the splits mid-air, and you're like, whoa, shit! As
Like very Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, you're
Peter
like,
Pan
you bob
shenanigans.
that. Okay. He is going to try to take another bite. 19?
You hungry?
I'll shield.
Fuck you. So this time, as the creature launches itself out of the water and gets a little more air to its kick, it bites down, and for a second you think that it gets Kaz, and all of a sudden the mouth is just forced open, as Kaz is still hovering in the air, but now a invisible, almost circular object is protecting Kaz from this bite of this creature. Freya, you're up.
Okay, so I marked the one that Kaz bonked. So I'm going to attack that one. First and foremost, I'm going to be using my feature, so I'm going to be taking a -5 to hit to increase my damage by +10.
And which one are you attacking?
The one that Kaz bonked.
Got it.
Because he is smart. Alright, so...
And actually, time out 1 second. Because Kaz used shield. Kaz,
Oh,
as you cast shield,
I forgot.
Money!
as you cast shield and you're standing there, or you're flying, like you're floating mid-air, and this creature bites down on you. All of a sudden, these little fireflies begin to hover around you and go through the shield, and they just land on your shoulder and like your leg, and they like they're just kind of like bugs. They just land on your clothing.
I don't like it. Okay, you want me to go ahead?
You take 21 points of lightning damage as all of a sudden all the bugs just light up and begin to just condense around Kaz.
What the fuck? Oh, we're gonna be screwed if Kaz can't attack shit.
Don't love that.
Shit.
Hit him with the zap.
Okay, you want me to go? Or are we
It would be, yeah,
my turn?
I think it's still your it's your turn.
One additional attack. Okay, yeah. For sure, and it's 1d8. Alright, so taking my penalty. It already put -5 on there for me.
Oh, that is a miss.
Okay, 1 second. It's already got -5 on there. Does 22 hit?
22 hits.
Okay. So and then I'm gonna go again. Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit. I'm just adding up your damage.
And then I'm gonna use
15.
What is it called? Hold on, because I get to go.
Hold on. 15. So 15 plus 6 plus 4.
Correct.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, okay.
On that one.
Okay.
So you gotta add it up so I can see all this stuff because I'm like trying to do the math.
Oh
while I'm,
yeah, I
like-
didn't think about that. If maybe it was no reason for me to continue. So I'm gonna be pissed because I probably got that goopy shit all over me again. Tired of everything trying to kill us. I'm just gonna notch. Oh yeah, I guess it would be 2. So you could just say I notched 2 arrows. Obviously one of them didn't hit, but the other one maybe like hits him square in the forehead.
Okay. So the first one you notch kind of pins it in the water into the mud, and it kind of like looks up at you confused, and as it does, you notch the second one and fire it almost simultaneously, and it hits the mouth and goes through the mouth up through the roof, and you just see it stop, stare at you, and just drop into the water.
Bitch!
So that one is gone. So you still do have your last attack, I believe.
So I rolled a 13.
Okay. That
Which
does
did-
miss.
But I'm gonna use Stalker. I think it's called Stalker's Flurry. I'm trying to find it because it's brand new. Hold on. Stalker's Flurry. Once on each of your turns, when you miss with a weapon attack, you can make another weapon attack as part of the same action. So I'm gonna.
But do you have another weapon attack after that 13? I think
no,
it's
because I did Dread Ambusher, so I get 3. I get 3 attacks. So I essentially get to do one more because I missed. right? Does that make sense? So
Believe-
I always
think-
get 2. I get 2 attacks per action, and then with my Dread Ambusher at the
you get a
start,
third.
I get a
Yep.
third. So
Yep, and then
I haven't
does
used
the
it yet.
no, I know. So then, just correct me if I'm wrong. But then, in order to use the last attack, as part of this, okay, as part of the same action. That's the keyword I was looking for. Okay, so yes, you miss. So then, technically, you can make another weapon attack.
So
I thought it meant that if you missed, you could use another attack or another action to basically redo. I don't know. It didn't make sense in my head for a second, so that
Oh,
makes
got it.
sense now
Okay.
that I'm reading it.
So I'm gonna attack the dude that Kalen. No, wait, did he kill that guy? Oh no, I forgot. I got the guy right in front of me. Oh fuck it. Is Kalen's guy still alive or dead? I can't remember.
Kalen's guy's still alive.
Okay.
Doesn't look too good. He's still
Okay.
alive.
Okay. So I'm going to use my last attack at Kalen's dude. Uh, 21 to hit.
That hits.
16.
How would you like to do it?
Hell yeah!
Just enough.
Do the same thing. Roof of the mouth.
Okay.
Out through the forehead.
So as it's battling Kalen, and Kalen's put some pretty good hurt onto it. Very fluid motions as you watch it, just kind of moves and he does his thing. But as it kind of like lurches up out of the water and goes to bite Kalen, over the shoulder of Kalen, you notch the arrow and fire, and it just smokes it right into the mouth as you watch it. It kind of hunches over, and then as the arrow pierces the roof of the mouth, Kalen like decapitates it like mid-air.
Sweet.
That one is gone.
And
That would leave me with. You are
is it
gone.
concentration? It is concentration. So as a bonus action, I am going to now Hunter's Mark the giant frog. Oh, ignore that.
You gonna do the frog?
What? What, Kaz?
I was gonna say, do you recast it, or you just move it as a bonus action, or do you have to cast the spell again?
Nah, if a creature dies while the duration is still going and she hasn't lost concentration, she can move it.
You move.
Exactly,
Okay,
because
perfect.
I haven't taken
Yeah.
any damage since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so then as a bonus
Just for
action,
the
I'm just gonna-
fireflies, right?
Yes, so I'm not recasting it, I'm moving it. Good catch,
Yep.
Kaz. Over
That
to
was
the
the
giant,
clarification.
giant frog.
Okay, so then that would leave. So Kaz.
Okay, I'm gonna go just straight upwards, 30 feet, and then I'm going to fans of the stream. If you go back to like session 1 or 2, will know that I carry a crossbow.
Holy shit. Breaking that out again, are we?
Damn.
And at the first couple levels, a crossbow is stronger than a cantrip. So
That is
I'm
true.
I'm gonna take out my old, hasn't been touched in a long time crossbow, and try to shoot this dude.
We learned something about Kaz
not
today. Kaz is a
not the
hoarder.
frog, the little one. Yeah. So am I in real life. That's 20 to hit him.
That hits. Okay.
4 damage.
Okay. Damage is damage.
Not
As
nothing.
it hits the shoulder and kind of lodges in, like sickly, makes like a wet noise. Kind of stares back up at you and just.
Put them off.
Bring it.
Fuck you, water boy.
Fuck you. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Frog guy is going to try to attack back at you. 6. 21. Let's go.
Who was it to me?
You.
Is his range greater than 40 feet?
I mean, second here. Trying to figure him. There it is. So right now, 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking about the frog. What's 20 and 35?
55.
No. Hypotenuse. So about 40.
Yeah, because you're 20 feet, but you're also like another 20 feet up, right?
Another 35
Or
up.
35
Yeah.
up.
But I thought you were talking about the frog doing a bite, and I was like, I don't think he can bite 40 feet.
Yes, he
But-
can.
But surely the blow dart could go 40 feet, I imagine. So
Yes.
that may be moot.
Yeah, it's a little guy. So he's going to try to attack. Ten points of piercing damage.
How much?
10 points.
Yep.
And 3 points of necrotic, or not necrotic, sorry, because you get you the blow dart. Poison damage. And then make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You just succeed. As all of a sudden, the dart hits you in the leg. And for a split second, you get really, really tired. And your eyes kind of flutter and your body becomes extremely heavy. And you catch yourself falling about a foot or two. And then you kind of snap out of it and manage to, like, put yourself back up to where you were before. That's his turn. Kalen.
Alright. I'll run up here to this man. Before I strike him, I'll recede into my mind for a quick second to say, the onomatopoeia isn't necessary.
as you're running, Kalen, and like you kind of like you do like that low, like the low drag, almost like you're gonna come up and like just dismember up the middle. Oh, is he gonna strike again? And you say that? That's no fun.
And I'll take 2 swipes at him.
Okay.
25-21.
25-21. Both hit.
26-16, so 41 total.
Ah, Jesus. Yeah, he's not looking so good, as all of a sudden just 2 big slashes up and down the back of this creature. And it just turns and snarls at you and spits like this big glob of like green goo.
That'll be all.
Okay. Brings us to the toad.
That dude is still up. The little
The
guy.
big one? Yeah. He ain't
No,
looking
the-
so hot though. Yeah, the
Oh,
little guy.
man.
Yeah, he ain't looking so hot. Like not good at all. Yeah, he's gonna kind of scooch here. Turn. I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that, so he's not gonna go too far. Cause you're up. You said you're up a couple, like whatever feet. So Kalen and Freya roll dexterity saving throws. Fail. Fail. You guys take. That's not much. God, I rolled like shit. 13 points of acid damage as the toad kind of lures back, and you hear this gurgling noise as this biley acid spews out in your general direction and just coats you. And actually, I have to roll for Mr. Frog Dude. He passes. He manages to kind of like lay himself down flat in the brush and just manages to avoid. Then for the secondary attack, I'm gonna go for Freya. 17.
Yep.
Okay. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of poison. Or acidic, sorry. As the tongue latches onto you and begins to pull you towards the mouth again.
Again? What the
Mm.
fuck? Stop trying to eat me!
You're
No
up, Freya.
escape.
I'm gonna have a disgusted look at my on my face, and I am going to use my feet and start shooting at him. Actually, before I do that, is that a spell? Is it a spell? It is a fucking spell. Urgh. All right, I'm not gonna use that. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at him.
Hits. Okay. As you notch the arrow, fire down, it hits the skin, but it just doesn't seem to make that kind of bonk that you're hoping to hit.
It's 26 damage. What do you mean, kind of bonk? Okay, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay. Hits.
Nice.
Okay. Once again, you shoot the secondary the arrow, and you're kind of you're just aiming for whatever you can get a hold of. This point is just kind of pulling, and you're leaning back as you fire, and it hits, but it doesn't seem to lodge itself the way that usually you're used to your arrows kind of hitting.
Oh, and you know what? I need to make a Constitution. Cause it's concentration. The
Oh, yep. Hunter's mark.
how do I do that again? To just roll a.
Just roll a concentration saving throw.
So, yeah.
You roll 2 of them. Or 1. Just 1. Sorry.
So 10.
So, yes.
How much damage did you take?
It wasn't much. 10 saves.
okay.
It's like that's the bare minimum for it.
Yeah.
So. All right. Is that your turn?
Because I don't. My other thing is a spell. I don't want to do a spell, so I'm going to. I'm actually gonna move away a little bit.
Okay.
Like that, and then I'll end my turn.
You're gonna try and move away.
Yes.
You can't. You're grappled by a tongue.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
I mean, if you want, you can try to move away, but you're gonna make a strength saving throw, and if you fail it, you can be called closer because you're gonna slip. Up to you.
No, I just forgot that I grappled. I'm good.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Kaz, you're up.
Man. All right. I would assume that I would, if I have a familiar, that they would be here.
You're familiar?
Yeah, I'm assuming that if he's not there each morning, you do the summon, right?
You've never said so.
Well,
We could assume it going forward if you want to. If that's something, because
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm game for either one. I had never. It was kind of something you said. Okay, well, I had him this time, and not the other time. But
not yeah, okay. No, I understand. Then I will do. You know what? I will just crossbow my dude again. Because he's looks pretty low, right?
he looks pretty bad, like pretty bad.
Try to fuck this dude.
Just misses.
Ah,
You might want to take him out to dinner first.
No such thing.
man. I don't think I have any bonus action that is I'm wanting to do. Okay, I will continue to fly upward,
Okay.
away from this toad, and then that'll be it for me.
Okay. That guy is going to try to attack Freya again. Well, no, it's gonna attack Kaelin because you attacked it. Fucking 7. God damn it. I'll roll this one instead this time. Natural 20 for the second one. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll my next. 2. 11 points of slashing damage
Sure.
and 3 points of necrotic.
Okay.
As you feel the blade kind of hit your side, and you feel almost like a pull, like something just seems off, and it feels like a leeching sensation. That's his turn. Kaelin, you're up.
I will definitely retaliate. A 1,
Yeah, that hits.
26 for 25.
Yeah. So, how would you like to do it? He had 7 hit points.
I'll just decapitate him quick and clean.
So as he slashes your parts of your leg, you kind of look down. You're just like, really? Whack! And the whole head just flies.
Alrighty. And then I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna slash at the midsection of the tongue that's grappling Freya. Just slice at it.
Okay.
15?
I don't know what the AC for a frickin' tongue would be. Hold on here. People are saying the AC is 15. So 15 it'll be.
That's 30 damage.
Gross. Yeah, the tongue releases.
Alright.
As you watch as the blade comes down, it doesn't sever the tongue completely, but it takes like a chunk of this super muscularly dense tongue, and he slices just almost halfway through the tongue, and the tongue just lets go and retracts.
And that'll be all.
Grazie.
The toad, reeling in pain, spitting blood, is going to... I think it's going to move forward and actually try to lash out at you, Kalen.
Sure.
Wait till he feels my crossbow.
Yes. 17.
Just barely misses.
And a 6. As it kind of just like lurches out and it's just trying to bite at you, and you're just managing to get the blade up and blocking the entire mouth at each go. Freya,
Y'alls.
you're up.
I'm going to continue shooting him. And I didn't lose concentration. So.
Hits.
So does he die with 22?
No.
Yeah? Or no?
No.
Oh. Okay, I'll shoot him again.
It looks a little hurt. That misses.
Ah, fuck. Okay, well, I'm gonna re-roll it then. It's part of my same action, using my Stalker's Flurry. OP!
That hits.
Yeah, damn.
Womp womp, 16.
Is it Fury or Flurry?
It's Flurry.
Mm.
Stalker's Flurry, yeah.
Alright. That your turn?
Yes.
Kaz, you're up.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck to do, man. I think I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna.
Such a nice feature, isn't it, Freya?
Hell yeah,
11.
especially with that feat, because you have a higher
Oh,
chance
yeah.
to miss. Oh my god, so OP.
Oh, that misses.
I think I will try to firebolt him as a bonus action as well.
Like you thought I missed? No, I actually hit.
16.
That misses.
I've rolled a lot of 4s. Okay. Then further up I go, and then I will end my turn.
You get zapped and take 21 points of electrical damage. As the bugs that are still clinging to you,
For
moving
nothing.
around, light up again as you watch as the electrical currents pass through Kaz. Like a light bulb. Okay. Kalen, you're up.
Alrighty. Take 2 more swipes at big man here. 1626.
Miss, hit.
23 damage.
Okay.
And that'll be all.
Toad is up again. Yeah. He is going to try and retreat. Boop. All of you guys take an attack of opportunity except for Kaz, because you are far up in the air. Unless you have the feat that allows you to cast a spell.
Warcaster.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Can I re-roll that because I missed?
No.
Ah!
It's just a reaction.
Ugh.
Kaz, or Kaylin, roll a d6 for me. Tell me even or odd.
Even this time.
Even this time. Okay. Okay. The toad begins to sink down and into the water as it gets further and further, and you guys can just barely make the outline of its bodies. You guys can attack one more time, but it's going to be ranged. It's about probably 10 feet below the water at this point.
Damn it! I purposely didn't use a sharpshooter to make sure I could hit, but no!
And I have to specify, because Kaylin, I see you attacked. I'm assuming you attacked with the sword.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll have to be a range attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna do anything then.
So, Kaz, you do hit. Freya, you miss.
But this is not a reaction, right? This is a regular attack.
Yeah, but you get one attack.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
so it's part of the same action.
Correct. You can use your feet.
Bitch!
It hits.
12.
Yeah. It just manages to slink down and into the water. As you guys watch the stream of blood and God knows whatever else kind of sinks up from the water as the creature drifts deep below it.
I'll just shout down at Freya. I think I killed it.
I'll shout up at her. No, I think I did.
I saw my arrow go in its head.
I think that was my arrow.
I would know my own arrows.
But I know my own arrows.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
You haven't looked at one of your own
I'm an
arrows in a
arrow
long time.
expert.
Combat is over.
I'm going to shunt Felicity away back into her pocket dimension and then walk over and examine these guys' weapons because I'm curious.
Okay. Make an investigation check, Galen.
Sure.
Well, how is he investigating it? Because it's going back into its arm bracer state. Oh, these guys! I thought he.
I'm investigating the frogman's weapon.
I was like, what? Hold on, wait a second.
Yeah.
What you notice is a like a bone blade of sort, and as you kind of investigate the blade and the pockets, like the really drabby clothing of these frog people, you notice that they're carrying multiple leeches on them that are almost black in color.
Hmm. Do the blades look like they're stained at all with like any sort of liquid or fluid?
It looks like they have some kind of like blood, and as you look at the pouch, you notice that where the dagger kind of sits, you can shove. It looks like there's a bunch of black gooey liquid inside of it. You kind of ascertain it looks like they're dragging their blade across this whatever this blood is of this leech and whatever the fuck this leech even is, and it creates almost like a caustic reaction that leeches health off of you.
Mm. Yeah, I'll stop searching because not magical, so I'm not interested.
What are you guys doing?
Are the bugs still on me?
Yes.
Cool. um, I, I guess I could use a short rest, but I don't know if this is the best spot.
Well, before we got interrupted, I did find a ledge and a golden door behind the waterfall. So before we go investigate that, if we want to rest, it might be best to do it here, especially since we hopefully cleaned up whatever is going to oppose us out here. I definitely could use some hit points, so out of character.
Absolutely, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Alright, rest it is.
we'll do that, and then we'll hit the door.
Roll a perception check.
Who? All?
Everybody?
Guess. Never fails.
Kaylin, you're the only one that notices. Notice two things. Just barely. You do notice around you in the bushes, kind of a little ways off. You do notice some movement and creatures that look very similar to what you killed next to you, kind of lurking on the outer edges. And two, as you kind of look out into the water, you do notice a large shape coming close to the surface and then going deeper again.
Hmm.
So, you guys are going to take a short rest.
Yeah.
Since I didn't notice anything, yes.
How long is a short rest?
Like an hour.
An hour.
Okay. As you guys kind of lay yourself down in the brush and undergrowth of this little beach area, you guys all kind of notice it now, but you notice kind of movement around the outskirts of your makeshift camp. As these little creatures, and they kind of poke their head out of the brush, and you can see them staring at you. They're about 50, 60 feet off in the dense overgrowth. Kind of like, they're like up in here-ish, like just like a ways off from you, and they're just kind of all watching you. Not getting close to the water per se, but they are watching. And every once in a while, you swear you see a large amount of bubble in the water, kind of behind you in the deeper portion of this like waterfall. Morn and Alwyn, as you guys reach the village, and you just begin to work feverishly, putting out fires and moving debris to help individuals out of these fallen homes. You notice two things. One, the land, as you get to the very far side of Canby, like the very far side of Canby, kind of like where the shoreline goes down and meets the ocean. Where the creature walked and was heading towards Skarnsvold. The land is dying around it, around the footprints. Alwyn, as your vision is dark to a certain extent. It's definitely very bright tonight because of the fire and everything that's going on. But one big thing that sets off in the back of your head, like it's not even a tingle, it's more of a like somebody constantly poking you on the shoulder, like look here, look.
Yeah.
And like just that nagging, and you're so focused on putting out the fires and helping Morn with whatever tasks you can be, whether it be healing villagers that may have broken a leg as a beam came down, or parts of a house came down and burned a portion of the arm. You get a ding, and it's like a nagging. And then almost like a hand reaches across your jaw and face and turns your entire head in the direction of the ocean.
What am I able to see?
What you see coming out of the ocean, and as far as your eyes can see, almost like mini beacons, hundreds, thousands of them. And you find yourself attracted towards the water. And as you walk towards the ocean, you look out, and you have pretty good fucking eyes for a blind elf. And you really focus in on what it is that you're actually seeing. It's not light pings. It is the moonlight bouncing off of the water and giving you an almost perfect view, as if you had your old eyes when you were an elf again.
Whoa.
And you see thousands of undead crawling across the ocean floor, making their way towards Canby. As you look down at the ground, and the sand and vegetation is dead. And as you look up towards Canby, you can almost... It's not a fast thing where you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely happening. But you swear, as you watch the ground, you can almost see the ground like dying. It's almost like a slow a slow crawl across the land. And you see as you look at a tree, usually you see this lush green visage of a tree. Like you don't see a tree, you see almost like a shadowed backdrop of a
the
tree,
shape of
and
the
then you
tree,
see
and it's like just see
green
the
and
life
flourishing.
within it.
Yep. And it's turning black and gray. Morn, you, in between helping, you manage to, out of the corner of your eyes, just watch as Alwyn just turns around and just starts walking towards the ocean, and you're confused. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And you kind of begin to follow him.
Gotta jog up next to him and just, what's up?
Yeah. And you just see him stare out at the ocean, and just his face. Alwyn's already kind of blue-ish and has a tint to him.
Yeah.
But even to your eyes, Morn, he goes gray. Flushed gray. And then you see him turn and begin to look at the ground, and then at the tree, and then he turns white.
Yeah, dread is filling my being. Oh no. My friend, this is not good.
What do you said?
Well, closer to us. Some sort of pestilence. It's leeching the life from the earth. And further out
I
in the
can
water.
feel that. Nature around me is dying.
Further out. Still in the water, but coming this way.
Roll a perception check to see if you can see it more. It
Horde.
is dark, but you have the backdrop of the city. Yeah, you're just not able to make out. You just see this. You see ocean.
A horde of undead this way comes.
You can sense them.
By the thousands.
That's a lot. Oh no. How long? How long before they get here?
Can I tell about how fast they're moving?
Nah. Make a perception check.
Pretty good one.
You would say, at the rate they're going, they will be in Canby in about 2.5 hours, roughly.
They're moving slow. We've maybe only got a couple hours before they hit the shore.
People here need to run. Run like they've never run before.
Aye.
I'm gonna take out my
We need to hurry. We need to
I'm gonna
get these
take
people
out-
to safety.
I'm gonna take out my Heart of Blasting, Ginge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk right into the center of Canby.
Okay.
And just with as much force as I can, just make the loudest blast out of this horn
Okay.
that you can imagine.
So then you need to roll. I think you have to roll a percentile dice.
Percentile die?
I believe so. There's a 20% chance of making the horde explode.
Rolled an 81.
Frosty and Kaz, help me out on that. How does that work? Is it the lower 20% or is it a higher 20%?
I believe by default it's the higher 20%.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
Oh shit.
No, no.
Or
I
is it the other
think it's
way?
the opposite because Call of Cthulhu is the way Kalen just described it. So I always think of D&D being the opposite. Like the higher number is always better.
Higher number is usually good in D&D.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Whereas a high number is bad in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's okay. So you're good. But you watch as Morn jumps into town. He pulls out this like lion's mane mouth horn and holds it with two hands and just.
And you know what? To add to the flair, trying to put on a performance here.
Okay.
Yes.
And a performance will always succeed better if you're wearing the correct attire for the situation.
Yes.
Yep.
You gonna magic Mike it?
He's got that clamp of destiny on, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Morn steps into the center of the thoroughfare of this town as shit's burning and people are screaming. Drops trousers, just clamp of destiny, wide-legged. Roll a performance check.
This isn't the greatest song in the world. No, it's just a tribute.
A 16.
16. Okay. Just like props himself up on
Yikes.
like on the closest like
Attacking.
barrel on the ground and just right, like the whole town just erupts in this giant horn blasting, and you pointed towards the sky, thankfully.
Yeah.
But like as this like shockwave reverberates from the end of the horn and flares out into the sky, it actually clears clouds and some of the darkness away for a split second before enveloping back, and everybody turns and looks at you.
And before I do anything, to show that I'm not messing around, I'm gonna wave my great axe into the air. I'm gonna use my probably my Blizzard's Anguish. I think will create the biggest effect. I'm gonna just kind of start like combine with Druid Craft, just kind of start making an icy circle around myself, transform into a polar bear, let out a roar, and then transform back. Just be like, listen up, we all need to leave.
Everybody's paying attention.
We don't
Sorry,
have
guys.
long for a horde of undeads at our doorstep. We need to go now. You are not safe here.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because of the whole setup.
The whole
The
display.
polar bear, the clamp of destiny.
23.
There you
Yeah.
go.
The town just looks at in like bewilderment. Like, you know that they're listening and they probably will flee, but they are just stunned.
You heard the man. Grab whatever you can and get going. It's not going to be safe for us here very long.
So, as you say that, Alwyn, a couple of the townfolk that had passed away in the building's fire, stepped on by, whatever, one of them all of a sudden grabs onto your leg, and it's the dismembered it's just an upper torso of an individual that must have been split in half by a fallen beam from a house, and is just looking up at you and just grabbing onto your leg and trying to pull itself up your back leg. And now throughout the town you hear screaming as one person here, one person here, one person here begins to reincarnate.
Reanimate.
Or reanimate, thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna immediately.
He said what he said. Reincarnate. They're babies. You have to kill the babies now, Alwyn.
Shit.
Will help.
I am tired. My brain is mush.
We're gonna put
Well,
your
I'll-
alignment to the test here. They're undead, but they're also babies. What are you gonna
Okay,
do?
you know what? I'm gonna eat my
They're
chocolate.
undead,
Fuck
they
you
die.
guys.
We'll help fight them off. Everyone that can run, I need you to leave this city. And
People are screaming and running in all directions.
can I see like a leader nearby? Anybody that
No.
could possibly control them?
Nope. People are just fucking scared. They are running in all directions. You don't see
How
anyone
many-
who's taking any kind of charge.
Do we have an idea of how many undead just awoke?
As far as you can tell, maybe 5 or 6 at this point. Maybe.
It's a manageable number. I'll start swinging my axe around.
Yeah, the staff becomes a sword quite quickly. I'm just gonna do a stab down at the top half of person that's now clawing at my boot.
So, as this is all happening, Freya, Kaylin, and Kaz, your short rest has ended. You feel rested, stressed but rested, as you guys are watching that giant toad kind of like out in the water, and every once in a while you see it come towards the surface but then like lower back down. And then you notice I think there's like There's probably about 4 or 5 in the bushes far away from you right now. And they're all kind of keeping their distance, almost like they're waiting for something.
Well, they've probably been biding their time. We should probably get to that door.
Yeah, Kalen, you have any way of getting up there without touching the water?
Oh, absolutely. He sort of recedes into his mind for a moment. Do you mind introducing yourself? Or do you want to what I meant to say was, do you want to introduce yourself at this point and give me a lift?
I would love to introduce myself to your friends, Kaylin. You know how much I like it when you show me off.
This is like some succubus shit.
The stage is all yours.
If you could just bring me out gently. You know I like it when you do.
So he will summon his packed weapon again, and but this time, as he brings it out, he lets go of it in midair, and it starts to levitate before spinning around rapidly, and in a plume of black smoke, ash, and brimstone, it basically polymorphs into a figure. I have it right here. There it is. A crimson-haired, horned individual with piercing red eyes, dressed in sort of what can only be described as if Hell had a secretary uniform. That's what she's dressed in. But most strikingly is on her back there are 2 large eagle wings, like angel wings, but they are dark red. And as she comes out, I'll say, everyone, this is Felicity, my packed weapon. She's been charged with defending me, although so far I'd say the only thing she's defended me from is a moment of peace and quiet to myself.
Don't talk about me like that, Kaylin. You understand that. It just really gets me going. Good evening. What was her name again? Sorry, Felicity.
Felicity.
I am Felicity. It is nice to meet you all. I've heard so much about you.
Freya's gonna blink, like, with bewilderment, like, several times, just staring at her like, the fuck just happened?
And she does, and she walks towards you to, like, shake your hands, and she does the full-blown, like model runway walk towards you. Like, the leg in front of the other leg, and, like, the full, like... Yeah, yeah, not the proudest fab. But she does the whole model walk towards you and, like, gets really close, and she, like, gets down and bends down in front of you, Freya, and just gives you, like, this, like, awkward, like, light hug thing. It's so nice to meet you, finally. Kaz, come here. And she walks towards you as well.
Yeah, I'll. That's okay. I think Kaz has come to know that she always likes the NPCs that the others don't. So I think I'm trying to get a sense of, like, what is Freya thinking, so that I can know what to think of it.
Freya is like, so she didn't want to be rude and is more just like confused at what just happened, just because this is very odd, and she knows Kaylin is different, but like this is very odd, very different. So very politely accepts like the hug and kind of does like that thing where your body kind of tenses up a little bit and you kind of like lean your head back, but like lean your chest in to hug, and you kind of like are a little bit rigid and do like the half pat on the back of the shoulder, like, oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah. And as she turns around to walk back towards Kaylin, the outfit literally leaves nothing to the imagination. It's very tight and very scandalous. And as she walks back to Kaylin, well, shall we go? And she leans in behind Kaylin and, like, hands over the shoulders, down the chest, like, wraps around and leans in really close to his face. This is my favorite part. And just... and takes off into the air.
I'll
As-
just say to Freya softly, like, are they like a thing? That was like very sensual, right?
I don't know. I feel like maybe she's a thing, and he's not so much. I don't know. It seems very forthcoming.
I can't tell if I'm weirded out or jealous. Got weird feelings.
I'm definitely 100% weirded out, so I'll let you have the jealous part.
I don't know how to process this, so I guess let's just go.
Yeah, I'll fly up.
We'll have to self-reflect later.
I'll fly up and go head to behind the waterfall in the area that I saw the door.
Okay. Mig, straight strength rolls. To see if you can't push past the waterfall.
Yeah.
Freya. Kaz.
Wrong as fuck.
Kaylin. So, as Freya kind of leads the way, you know exactly where it is this time, and this time you're ready. You knew what to expect this time when you hit and how much it pushes. And as you do, you just straight through. And as you hover, you watch Kaz hit it and just go, and just like go down, like dips like 10 feet instantly. And Kaylin tries to catch her, and the giant eagle wings, usually very strong, but they catch a lot of water, obviously. And she dips. And unexpectedly, both of you guys dip and hit the water for a split second. Oh, that's not good. Well, so up we go. And you guys both get up. Both you guys make dexterity saving throws. Kaz and Caitlin. Succeed and a fail. Kaz, you manage to quickly kick off of the water and dip back up high enough to where it's not an issue. Kaylin, you jut back up as you're kind of having an argument with Felicity on the getting out of the water and going through the waterfall. As you're trying to explain to her that you have to go in at an angle. It's gonna hit you. You can't do that. Well, I know. Don't tell me I can't do it. I know what I'm doing. It's not my first time. And you just dip. And you hit the water, and as you hit the water, you begin to argue. And as you're arguing, all of a sudden, you feel something big and slimy wrap around your leg and begin to pull you towards the water. As you look deep down into the water, you see a dark shape. And you look and you see a half-attached tongue trying to grab you.
Son of a bitch.
Looking down, obviously I make it through. I would look down and make sure I saw them get through. Eventually,
Yep,
seeing
so
Kaz come
each
through.
one of you guys gets attack before I make my action here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with the
That misses.
classic faithful crossbow.
That misses and that hits.
Now,
Now the only thing visible is the tongue.
question. Oh, we did take a short rest. Shit! I was gonna say that
Yeah.
that hunter's mark is active for an hour, but no. Okay, never mind.
Not no mo.
Nanomo. Okay.
Not no mo. Okay. As you launch one, it hits the tongue. Keeps hold. As the tongue is just pulling on Kalen. Kalen. Got an attack, man.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what I want to do. Thinking about if a cantrip is worth it. Or if I should just not risk the lightning bugs and take a slash at it with a dagger. I'll just take a slash at it with a dagger.
Okay. That hits. Okay.
25 for 8.
Yeah. You cut just enough that the tongue releases. And you shoot up out of the water and begin to fly up as the tongue, mostly not hanging on by just threads of muscle. You watch as it hits the water, just spraying blood in all directions.
I'll say to Freya, I think I got him again.
I'm gonna like smirk and shake my head.
You guys all fly up and land on the ledge. As you guys look back, and Felicity is just holding on to Kaylin. Are you hurt? Let me check you. Come here. And she's just like feeling him all around, and Kaylin is just standing there.
Like, oh, guy, come, yes, I got it. Like, I'm
Oh,
fine.
is it? How's your leg? What about your pants? Is it good too? And she starts reaching towards the pants.
Yes, I have prestidigitation. I can dry them. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure everything was in working order.
Yes, I'm quite well.
Did you say working order? Oh boy.
If you would please, Felicity, I'm likely going to need your sword form for whatever is on the other side of this door. So
She blushes. You said you wanted to give me your sword form? Kaylin. She's like starts to flutter, and she's like doing like the Kaylin. I didn't
Like
know.
fanning herself.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna like head into my hand like, oh my god. Because I can't force her to polymorph. I have to wait for her to do it on her own.
Warren.
She walks into you and places your hand on her her lower back. I'm always your sword form, and just like turns into the sword into Kaylin's hand.
Oh
I'll
my
Shunt
god.
it back to its pocket dimension.
So we're on
It's
the ledge.
it's a great sword.
Yeah, it is a great sword.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys are standing on the edge of this this cliff face, looking at this golden door.
I would like to examine the door.
Make an
Do I still
investigation
have
check or
the-
perception.
Fireflies around me or on me?
You have a couple. Yep.
Why did that roll red for 18?
And why did it roll insight?
It added a D4, and the D4 was a 1.
The fuck?
You might have something that gives your wisdom or something to it. It says 1D4 wisdom. I don't know.
I don't know. I've not seen that before. Heck?
But
Well,
is that
it's
would
either-
that be the same roll as investigation?
No.
Or perception, whatever you prefer. Nice. The door looks
Why is
like
that
the
doing?
door.
That's doing the plus 1d4. fuck is going on?
Either way, you rolled a natural 20. No, you rolled a 19, but it's still. It's a door. It's a very intricately done door, and it has magical runes on it.
Does it have like a
You
door
said
handle?
runes?
Runes?
What?
Does it have a door handle?
Yeah.
You said there's magical runes.
What do they say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I read the runes? Are they in a language I understand?
I can.
Celestial, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal.
Just seems to be some kind of magical. Actually, I need to get my phone out here because I actually took a picture of this today to help me better. It is.
Come now, Frosty. How do you know you can read them? You haven't even seen them yet.
Because one of my Eldritch invocations is Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read all writing.
Oh, that's fancy.
It's not so much
Say-
right.
I was gonna. Does it say languages or all writing?
All writing, period.
Damn.
So it's not writing per se. It is a spell.
Right.
So it is a spell, basically to open the door. It is damn it! I just was fucking thinking about it. It is enchantment. So, what you get the gist of it, Kaylin, is because you can technically kind of read it and make out what it needs to be done. It is asking for something to be cast at the door to open the door.
Okay.
I can't help you guys. My spells are limited to Zephyr Strike and Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I don't have like knock or anything. Um, Kaylin, are these like directions?
Oh yeah.
Is there,
Yeah. So like
is there something there that can? It, does it tell us how we can get in, or not really?
Yeah, so to like set the scene a little bit, as you guys are like looking over it, he says, like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" He says, one moment, let me take a look at it." And as he looks up at it, his eyes go blank until like they start like the Matrix, like just like a slot machine, like just all sorts of different alphabets just start flowing through his eyes as he looks at him, um, just twirling endlessly, and he eventually they go back to normal, and he says, "It seems to be some sort of arcane lock. My leading theory at the moment is that something might happen if you cast an enchantment spell at it."
Um, if I could cast like identify or detect magic, would it tell me more of what I needed to open it?
Right.
Um, yeah, I guess I'll do identify on it.
You take 11 points of electrical damage as you get zapped. But as you get zapped, and you reach out and you touch the door and you cast Identify, the runes light up, and the door opens.
I think I will go through, and just out of curiosity, do the bugs also cross into the doorway?
They immediately die as you walk through the doorway.
Oh fuck!
Hell yeah!
I just murdered something.
I'm gonna go through the door immediately behind him.
Yep.
I didn't even try to brush them off or anything. They just
Savage. Classy, bougie, wretched.
And as you walk in, you notice a expansive library. Like Beauty and the Beast, 3 stories with the ladders that move, and they're all moving on their own. And you just notice books and books and books and books. And there's some paintings on the wall. There's a desk with some chairs. There's a giant polar bear rug laid across the ground and a grand fireplace that's rolling in one of the corners with 2 seats facing the fireplace.
Bobo?
Hmm.
It'd be funny if he had a dimension door in here.
Well, hello. No.
Oh, well, fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here.
Morn was so sad he couldn't come. He wanted to be here.
Don't worry, I made him come.
Oh no!
But you walk into a giant library. Like, fucking huge.
Wow. I'm just gonna continue walking and, like, looking around.
I think this means we're heading in the right direction.
I wonder what's in here. Is it just like an endless? Is it like a room? Like, can I see the size of it, or is it like this long, seemingly endless hallway?
You can see all the sides.
Okay.
Like, literally all the walls are just like 3 stories up of just books.
Well, anybody have any idea what we should be looking for in here?
Not really. Um. Can I quickly do detect magic to see just what kind of pings I get off the room?
Mhm.
Maybe it'll point us in the right direction.
I assume you're not subtle spelling it, right?
No.
As I see you to go to cast it, I wave my hand and says, I can cast it at will. No need to waste a spell slot.
Okay.
And I'll use my... Where the fuck is it? Eldritch Sight. I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot. So this time, he starts looking around and his eyes instead make a red runic symbol that sort of just twirls around as he starts looking around.
The entire room lights up. The ladders, some books, probably like 10 or 15 books. The desk, something in the desk lights up. One of the walls, a painting lights up. There's an entire bookshelf that lights up. One of the chairs on the right-hand side, a pen lights up. Yeah. The room is just filled with tons and tons of things.
This area is definitely suffused with magic. A lot of it.
Anything stand out in particular?
If it did, I couldn't tell you through how many different auras I'm seeing.
Hmm. Well, Kaz, this is the puzzle box. So we should have an idea of what we're looking for in here. Are we looking for a weapon?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
it
a good
gonna...
point. We're looking for a staff. So where would a staff be? Maybe I'll search like I imagine this is kind of like a museum. Like if there was a thing on display, it would be along the walls. So maybe I'll like search the perimeter of it to see if there's any, like glass cases with anything on display there.
And then I'll say to Kaylin, I know you got a lot of pings, but did any of them seem like they were attached to a weapon of any kind?
Not that you noticed.
Typically, weapon enchantments would be some form of evocation or abjuration, so I suppose I'll look and see if I see any of that. Do I see any evocation or abjuration school auras?
Yes. You see one book up and on the second floor, kind of far away, that seems to be evocation. And you notice a... You said abjuration, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You notice the chair to your right. The pen is abjuration.
I'll point up to the second floor. It says there's a book up there that gives off an evocation aura, and then he'll use his other hand and point to the chair. The little desk next to it, there's a pen that radiates some sort of abjuration aura.
Okay, I'll go see... Well, actually, since I don't know exactly where it is, if you want to go up and check out the book, I can check out this pen over here.
Very well.
I'll go over to the pen on the desk
Yep.
and pick it up.
It is a gorgeously done, almost like a quill pen with intricate carvings, runes, and just like swirls, and it looks almost elvish. Incredibly gorgeous.
I'll kind of just look it over, see if there's any way to like open it, or if I can find a way to do anything with it, like if it's an outside the normal pen, basically.
Okay. You're not quite sure. Doesn't seem to do anything.
Well, after fiddling with it for a little bit, I'll just hang on to it and wait for Kaylin and Kaz. But as I'm waiting, I'll kind of be slowly pacing around, just looking to see if anything stands out, like on the walls or the ceiling or whatever. Just kind of looking around to see if I see anything that looks like a weapon.
Okay. Galen, you get up to the book on the second floor, and what you notice as you climb up these bookcases and these moving stair racks, those books that you had noticed that had given off that magical aura, are all chained in place. And as you get to the second floor, the book that gave off that evocation, it's chained in place, and it has Elven written all over it, which you can read. It basically says destruction. And to the right of it, you notice in Draconic a journal of the individual that once roamed these halls, both heavily chained in place.
I'm gonna stand 30 feet back, and I'm gonna see what happens if I mage hand and attempt to tug on that journal.
Okay. Nothing.
It doesn't move an inch.
It moves like an inch, like a centimeter.
Mm-mm. I will walk back over to it, and I'm gonna stare at both the journal and the destruction book for like a good 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back down and walk over to where Freya is.
Okay. And you see her kind of like twirling the pen in her fingers.
Anything interesting?
I don't know. It looks like a really ornate elven pen, but I haven't been able to figure out if it's anything other than just a pen.
No writing on it or anything?
I'm gonna look at it a little closer, Ginge. Do I notice anything? I know you said it looks elven, but can I make any words out on it?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Fangale, which is Elven for shield.
I'll hand it to Kaylin. It looks like it says shield on it. I'm not sure why.
That would be correct. Something to take a note of. That book up there, I read the spine since I couldn't take it out of the shelf. A majority of the books here seem to be chained down, but the spine read destruction, and right next to it, there was what seemed to be a journal of some sort in Draconic.
I wonder why they're chained up. It's almost like somebody doesn't want them to be touched.
Most likely not.
That would lead me to believe it's something that we might want to try to grab. But I don't necessarily have a way to get past chains. No. I don't know, maybe Kaz does? I'm gonna shout at Kaz. Actually, before I shout, is Kaz anywhere nearby me?
I don't know. Is he?
Kaz?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. Hey Kaz, there's this book in this journal upstairs that are pretty heavily chained in place. Might be worth a look. I'm not really sure how we're gonna get them, but
Okay.
do you have any checks?
I don't think so. There's not a lock. Is it like a keypad lock that's holding the chains, or no?
Yeah.
I this feels like a trap. I mean, I could just try to pick the lock with a thieves' tools.
Yeah, I mean that's worth a shot.
Okay, let me do that. How do I what do I roll for that?
I can't remember for lock picking. It's like it's a bunch of weird.
Oh, shit, I just locked my computer.
Oh no.
That's alright, I'll come back. Yeah, I guess I'll just try to pick the lock. I assume it's just Dex plus proficiency. Is that
That's
we
correct.
buy that?
Think so.
Cool.
Oh,
You try to pick these locks, but it's like this giant metal casket looking like lock, and it's very intricate.
And it's like, how are they chained? Are they like chained around this bookcase?
Yes, around the bookcase and like almost around each book, like unnaturally, and you're not sure why or how.
Is this bookcase anchored to the wall?
Looks to be.
Can I test it to see if it is anchored to the wall?
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it like a little shove to see if it moves at all.
Doesn't budge.
Hmm.
I'm testing something really quick. Tell me if my voice changes. Hello?
No.
no.
Same.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know what to do. While they're looking at the chains, I'm gonna see if I can locate a key. And I have... Actually, let me read it. It would have to be familiar to me. Never mind.
Talking about locate object?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as
Well-
none of us have a key on us, you could just name a key and it'll point you to the nearest one.
Oh, okay. So it's because it says familiar to you. I'm like, well, technically, it's not a familiar. A key itself is familiar, but okay. So Ginger, I'm gonna do locate object. I'm gonna look at the lock and imagine the type of key that looks like that it would fit in that lock, and see if I can sense that anywhere within 1,000 feet.
Oh, I think I fixed it.
Yep,
Yeah, I
you're
can
good.
hear you.
What the fuck was that?
So you gotta be careful when you play with voice changers because they kind of hijack
Yeah, you're
your
not wrong.
mic and your audio
Yeah.
stuff. So sometimes when
Yeah.
you like close them or open them, it messes with shit.
Yo,
It's annoying.
damn it. Yep. I like killed all my audio and input like devices, like just murdered everything. Anyways,
Did you hear what I said about locate object by chance?
you were doing something with locate object.
Okay, so I'm looking at the lock to make out kind of the shape of it, and then imagining the key that probably would fit in that lock.
Okay.
Just like a general key that would fit. And then I'm gonna see if I can sense an object within that shape, within 1,000 feet.
You sense nothing.
No! No key! No key!
Okay.
No key! Ah. I'm gonna let out a big sigh and just like sit on the ground, defeated. Well, I'm out of ideas, guys. I don't know what to do.
I want to use my
I'm-
object sight again really quick. Are the chains themselves magical?
Yes.
Okay, so violence is not an option.
I was gonna say, Morn would just hit
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe we try that.
Just fucking hit it, but no, they're probably very hard to break.
How about this? Hold on. I think I can do this. So automatically. Hmm. No, that won't work either. Can I control flames and try to heat it to melt it? That doesn't make sense. A
Try.
fire would not melt a metal chain. I don't think jet fuel exists in this world.
Bro, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. That's fake news.
So, as you guys are trying to think of a way to do what you're gonna do, Alwyn and Morn, the screams are getting louder as you run through the streets and you are killing anything that moves unnaturally on sight. You are running through the streets, and as you're pushing people in the direction out of Canby, away from the ocean, you turn around and you watch as people left and right are being jumped by the undead and being eaten alive. You watch as a woman carrying furniture or like jewelry and whatnot is like trying to run out of her house, only to have something fall on top of her, and then 2 or 3 more things crawl on and begin to just tear her apart. As you run towards her aid and slash at whatever it is killing her, she is just mauled, and within moments reanimates and begins to lash out in your general direction. You leave her, and you are just continually pushing people out of town as these screams are becoming more and more of whatever these are beginning to reanimate around you.
But no matter how many we kill, more come up. This isn't looking good. Michael?
He dead.
One's dead, bro.
He dead.
Hello?
Dead.
Hello?
There he is.
Hello.
He
Did you hear what I said or
I did not.
oh, okay. Did you hear what Jin said before that?
No.
Basically, as you're running through town, pushing people out of Canby towards Rotha, or like not Rothos, but
Yeah.
Jupiter, like anywhere. People are being left and right
Away from the
picked-
ocean.
Yeah, picked off. You run to aid somebody, only to have them reanimate literally in front of your face. You watch a lady grabbing her like belongings, trying to run with whatever possession she can grab, only to have one fall on top of her, and then two others join in and begin to just tear her apart. By the time you get to her and kill these three things, she immediately begins to lash out in your general direction as she reanimates as well.
Is there a group of people like congregating outside of Canby that's getting ready to run?
They're all running out of Canby right now. They're not congregating. They're literally just fucking running. People are just literally sprinting out of Canby right now with whatever they can grab their hold of.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best to try and fight off as many undead as I can. I'll yell out to Alwyn, I'm gonna fight as many as I can. I can't see the horde coming. Let me know when we need to go.
Right, well I'm not leaving your side. You stay,
No.
I stay.
I'm gonna fight and try and save as many as I can, but they're not gonna survive without us. We need to be with them. We need to leave before the horde gets here.
Are you suggesting we split up? I feel like
No.
that's a very bad idea.
Oh, but I can't tell how close the horde is.
Right. Have they moved closer?
Oh, yeah.
The horde?
Yeah, steadily moving.
How far out?
You're not entirely sure. I mean, it's not imminent. But they've made progress.
Mhm.
And it's hard to see the ocean at this point because you guys have moved in town away from the ocean's edge.
So,
Right.
Jin, when we cut down a reanimated corpse,
Mhm.
are those getting back up?
Sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna start hacking them to bits.
Okay.
Like when I kill someone, I'm not just killing them. I'm chopping off all their limbs.
Yeah. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Are they reattaching their limbs sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Morn, roll a history check.
History?
No, not history. Roll just a straight intelligence. I know.
That's not my best stat.
I know. But you'll see.
That was riding a 19. Okay, and then I hit the
Yeah.
edge of my screen and
Oh
roll
my
onto it.
Yeah.
God,
Nope.
bro.
This is much more fitting. I have no idea what's going on.
Nope. You're not sure why they keep attaching. You are not sure why the fuck you cannot chop the shit out of them and they stay down. Alwyn, roll an intelligence check, because this would be up your field.
I'm not good with intelligence. What about
Or
oh, shit.
religion.
Okay.
I'll even give you religion on this one. You would know the basics of the undead / zombies, that you can chop the shit out of them all you want. Sometimes they'll come back depending on how hard you hit them and how much you tear them apart. The only way to truly kill one and put it down is with some kind of holy and or radiant energy.
Well, let's see. I think every time I hit with a weapon attack, it does bonus radiant damage.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, if I notice,
Yeah. Whenever I hit with a melee weapon attack, it's yeah. I don't even need to smite. I just do an extra
Oh.
D8 radiant.
Morn, you would notice that every time Alwyn strikes his down, they don't get back up.
okay, I'm gonna then change my focus to killing as many things as possible. Instead, I'm gonna start protecting people that I can, and getting the bodies to Elwyn, like,
Okay.
so more of a protective support role, just to have Elwyn destroy these undead. That's
Okay.
what paladins do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I'll also be keeping a close watch on people that have escaped the town, and making sure that there's no undead getting out of Canby, essentially, if that makes sense. I don't want this to spread.
oh. As you move towards the outskirts of town and you begin to get the people away from the atmosphere and the death, immediately as you kill, you hear a large roar above you.
Come at
You
me.
look, and you look up and you see an undead dragon far, far above, just flying the landscape with an individual cloaked in dark black, long cloaks with a crown atop its head, just flying high above. And you just hear in the loudest voice possible, almost like it's inside of your head, death to all. Death comes. Cleanse the land. And that's where we'll end our night.
Oh, I had an idea.
I know I did too.
Oh,
Yeah, come at me, bitch.
Fight me, pussy.
Warren is
Stuck,
fucking ready.
stuck in the
1v1
damn
me.
box.
1v1 me, Possum!
1v1 me on
Possum!
Rust, you fucking bitch!
Your
That would've been way
ass.
cooler
Your
with the fucking,
ass.
like,
No
voice.
items! Fox only! Final destination!
No,
About to
if
put
I-
dead an undead dragon.
Uh-huh. See how well that goes.
Belly full of white dog crap in me. Now you leave this shit on me?
Get shit
Get
on!
shit on!
Get shit on!
Your ass! Your ass! Shut the fuck up! 1v1 me, you pussy! 1v1 me! Fucking
Oh.
1v1 me!
So yeah, that's where we
No
end our night
balls!
tonight.
1v1 me, scrub.
Oh, fuck.
Come here,
I
lad.
felt that in my soul.
Let's fight, you and me.
1v1. So,
I imagine Morn has just completely forgotten about everything going on in Canby, and all he sees is him and this dragon.
and this dragon is high up. Whether or not it sees you, we don't know. But, and it's a far way off. But, thanks for coming, stream.
Thanks, stream.
We continue on next
boy.
Wednesday with the continuation.
Of Hell's
Do they make it out of the puzzle box? Does Morn fight a Dracolich? Undead dragon? Whatever it is.
Not next week.
Can the scrubs stuck in
Another
the box
episode
figure
of-
out how to free books from chains? Find out next week on episode 89 of Dungeon Crawlers in Rothos.
Dungeon Crawlers.
We will
Let's-
see you next week, 8:30 Central on Wednesday. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. And
Is it
we'll see
Wednesday
you next
yet?
time.
Well, bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye
Have a
now.
good time. Good night.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.